So one of the major points that I want to break down, since he's on the phone now, other than the tailgate, right? So with this whole system, if you notice, the big thing as well is where's the battery? They have now placed the battery under the cab here, under here. So the benefit in what Bobcat is telling you is, the benefit is it's very easy access. You don't got to dig into the tailgate engine compartment that gets dirty and greasy and grimy. You could work like a gentleman right there. The battery's right there. The cab flips back with these bolts, okay? So you take off those nuts and you could tip the cab back. The only downside to this system that I could see is now legally you have turned a one-person job into a two-person job, because you need a second person to come to push the spring that holds the cab up, because obviously they still have that safety piece that pops back that locks the cab up. So I mean, it's a little inconvenient because now you need your tools, but you needed your tools anyway to get the terminals off. But the thing is, you need your tools, you need to lift this cab up and out of the way, so you have instant access to the battery when you do that. But the thing is, you made it a two-person job because you need someone to push in that bar so you can lower the cab again. And if you're an older person or you're just not strong enough to lift the cab, you know, that could be an issue as well. But that's not something that they can really design for. This is your lift arm stop, typical as always. And, you know, like we said, I mean, you know, it's a totally different look. It's a totally different feel. This is the Tier 4 final compliant motor. I mean, if you do have to jump the battery, right here is your jump point, right? So you could hook the negative up to some piece of bare metal, because they only ran a positive here. So you can hook up you hook up your jumper cable to that. You could jump the battery. Air filter is here. This is your coolant. Your engine oil filter is over here, if you guys can see. I hope you can, right there where I'm pointing. So it's in reach. Dipstick is here. Your engine oil fill is here. Hydraulic oil is here. Diesel fuel fill is here. And like my father mentioned, your radiator is here. So, and the fill point for the radiator, the free fluid. So that's that. So they took the battery out. That's one of the biggest changes they made. And also mounting the engine not transverse. But the thing is this, is that you still have access to all the points that you need. So, but the only thing is, yeah, they left the stuff outside, Dad. Alfredo texted me. Yeah, so the only thing is, like, alternator, starter, anything like that, I really can't see anymore like you used to be able to. There, back there is the alternator. I think this is the starter, but you got to take this off, this cover, to get to it. So it's there. So, you know, again, you know, I like the older style, but, you know, I understand that it needs to be improved. Designs need to be changed. You need to keep up with everything. You need to keep up with your competitors. And, you know, I got to be honest, it's better than what I thought I was going to see. When they said that they weren't mounting the engines transversely anymore, I thought that we were never going to be able to get to anything. But it's still, it's pretty good. I can't complain about it too much. The machines look good. They're comfortable in the cab. I like the new pedals. I like the way the floor is done. So there are a lot of positive upsides to these machines. They've done a pretty good job. I'm not, you know, the M series, I really don't like them. I didn't like any of the changes they made, But these machines, they look really good. I like that the radio is built in. It's not an external piece anymore. The Wi-Fi, the Bluetooth, all that stuff. They have noise cancellation, so like the people can hear you on the other end of the phone call. I mean, these are all great improvements, and we'll see how they hold up over time. I mean, you know, that's the only way you'll ever know, is through the years how this stuff holds up. These electronics hold up to this type of environment that these machines work in. But yeah, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the grease zerks, with the way they grease. I was impressed with this new linkage that they did. So this is all open under there for visibility, which is great. So what are your thoughts on these machines? Now, the battery is under the cab. So a guy like you could never change a battery, because I don't think you have the strength to lift the cab up.
No, they probably got the hydraulics for the cab.
I don't know about that, but...
The pistons. The cab is...
The pistons, but you could jump it from the back. If you notice there is a spot, you could hook up to the positive.
Oh, wow.
So you don't have to tip the cab to jump it, but if you got to change the battery, you got to tip the cab back.
I'll give you... Why don't you do this? If you can afford to buy one of these machines...
Yes.
For the mid 70,000s, like 75,000, if you can afford to buy it, when you buy it, make sure your battery is always good. Battery's about $100. Just keep a good battery in the machine, and you don't have to worry about jumping it.
I guess you don't have it. Right, you don't have these problems. I guess you don't have those problems. But did you notice also, maybe this machine's a little easier for you to get to. Did you see the nuts to open the cab are now outside? They're right over here in this indentation.
Oh, that's good.
So they're outside the cab. Makes it a little easier, but now they're open to the elements. You know, so now they're going to get...
Don't worry about the elements.
Well, you know, these are little things that I see. Maybe I'm being a little bit, you know...
It's easy to fill the hydraulic oil now.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a good thing.
The only thing is how do you get this cover off?
Yeah, don't worry about it. You got a pin over here.
Oh, there's a pin there? Yeah. So you could lock it too. You could put a lock in there? Oh, that's nice.
Beautiful. It's perfect.
Yeah, that's really nice. I like that.
This machine is well thought out. I don't know how it runs, but it's well thought out.
I don't know. I don't think we're allowed to start them and drive them around.
They're not, there's no fuel in them.
Ah. So, there you go. All right, guys. Questions, comments? Let me know. Talk to you soon.